Divers accidentally found a chamber nobody has touched for 6,000 years.
You find stuff in the ocean and they take it and people become billionaires.
And that's nothing compared to what people found throughout this entire video. The 6,000-year-old sunken city. Off the coast of Greece, archaeologists discovered an ancient city submerged for over 6,000 years. This prehistoric metropolis, often referred to as the Pavlopetri, offers a glimpse into early human civilization. Remarkably well preserved, the site includes intricate buildings, courtyards, and streets, challenging our understanding of ancient urban planning. The discovery has been likened to finding a real-life Atlantis, sparking intrigue and wonder. Divers continue to explore its depths, revealing new insights into our distant past. The Antikythera shipwreck and its mysterious mechanism. In 1900, sponge divers off the Greek island of Antikythera stumbled upon a shipwreck dating back to the 1st century BC. Among the treasures was the Antikythera mechanism, an ancient analog computer used to predict astronomical positions. This intricate device has fascinated scientists for over a century, revealing the advanced technological capabilities of ancient civilizations. The ship also contained statues, coins, and other artifacts, painting a vivid picture of ancient maritime trade. Ongoing explorations continue to yield new discoveries from this remarkable site. Divers discover unopened vault in shipwreck. A team of divers exploring a sunken vessel uncovered a sealed vault, untouched for centuries. The anticipation was palpable as they prepared to reveal its contents. Upon opening, they found a trove of artifacts, including gold coins, jewelry, and documents, offering a snapshot of the ship's final voyage. This discovery not only provided material treasures, but also invaluable historical insights. The find underscores the potential of underwater archaeology to rewrite history. Ancient Egyptian city unearthed underwater. Beneath the murky waters of the Nile Delta, archaeologists uncovered the lost city of Thonis Herakleion. Once a bustling port, it vanished beneath the waves over a millennium ago. Divers have retrieved colossal statues, inscriptions, and even fruit baskets preserved since the 4th century BC. These findings offer a glimpse into the city's grandeur and its pivotal role in ancient Egyptian civilization. The discovery has been hailed as one of the most significant in underwater archaeology. The sunken treasures of the Black Sea. In the depths of the Black Sea, researchers have found shipwrecks dating back over 2,000 years. Remarkably preserved due to the anoxic conditions, these vessels offer unparalleled insights into ancient seafaring. The cargoes, including amphorae and tools, remain intact, allowing historians to study trade routes and daily life of bygone eras. This underwater museum continues to be a focal point for maritime archaeologists. Each dive reveals new chapters of human history, preserved beneath the waves. Divers uncover ancient Roman city. Beneath the waves. Near the coast of Tunisia, divers have explored the submerged ruins of Neapolis, an ancient Roman city. Believed to have been partially submerged by a tsunami in the 4th century AD, the site includes streets, monuments, and mosaics. This discovery sheds light on the city's history and the natural disasters that led to its demise. The underwater ruins serve as a poignant reminder of nature's power and the impermanence of human endeavors. Ongoing studies aim to map the entire submerged cityscape. The mysterious Baltic Sea anomaly. In 2011, Swedish treasure hunters using sonar detected a strange, disc-shaped object on the floor of the Baltic Sea. Dubbed the Baltic Sea anomaly, its origins remain a topic of debate. Some speculate it to be a natural geological formation, while others suggest it could be the remnants of an ancient structure or even a crashed UFO. Divers report equipment malfunctions when near the object, adding to its mystique. Further investigations are needed to unravel this underwater enigma. The ghost fleet of Truk Lagoon. Truk Lagoon in Micronesia serves as a watery grave for over 60 Japanese warships and numerous aircraft from World War II. Sunk during Operation Hailstone in 1944, this ghost fleet has become a popular dive site. Divers can explore tanks, fighter planes, and cargo holds still filled with wartime supplies. The site stands as a haunting underwater museum, preserving a pivotal moment in history. Coral and marine life have since colonized the wrecks, creating a unique blend of history and nature. The Black Sea's ancient shipwrecks. In the depths of the Black Sea, researchers have uncovered shipwrecks dating back over 2,000 years. Remarkably preserved due to the anoxic conditions, these vessels offer unparalleled insights into ancient seafaring. The cargoes, including amphorae and tools, remain intact, allowing historians to study trade routes and daily life of bygone eras. This underwater museum continues to be a focal point for maritime archaeologists, with each dive revealing new chapters of human history preserved beneath the waves. The Crystal Caves of Abaco. Deep beneath the Bahamas, the Crystal Caves of Abaco present a mesmerizing world of underwater beauty. Divers navigating these submerged caverns encounter stunning formations of stalactites and stalagmites, illuminated by the play of light through the water. The cave's intricate passages and chambers offer both challenges and rewards for those who venture within. Exploring these caves provides a glimpse into a hidden realm, showcasing nature's artistry beneath the surface. The Atocha's hidden vault. The Spanish galleon Nuestra Señora de Atocha sank off the Florida Keys in 1622, taking with it a fortune in treasure. After years of searching, divers located the wreck and uncovered a sealed vault within. Inside, they found a trove of emeralds, gold coins, and silver bars, offering a glimpse into the riches of the Spanish Empire. This discovery not only provided material treasures, but also invaluable historical insights into maritime trade and exploration. The flooded mines exploration. In various parts of the world, abandoned mines have become submerged over time, creating unique underwater environments. Divers exploring these flooded mines encounter remnants of mining equipment, tunnels, and artifacts left behind. These dives offer a blend of industrial archaeology and adventure as explorers navigate the dark, water-filled passages. The eerie silence and preserved history make for a captivating experience beneath the Earth's surface. The underwater plane wrecks. The remnants of World War II are scattered across the ocean floor, including numerous aircraft that met their end in the sea. Divers exploring these underwater plane wrecks find well-preserved fuselages, wings, and even personal items from the crew. These sites serve as time capsules, offering a poignant connection to the past and honoring the memories of those who served. The exploration of these wrecks provides both historical insights and a somber reminder of wartime sacrifices. The sunken city of Baia. Beneath the waters of the Gulf of Naples lies the ancient Roman city of Baia, often referred to as the Las Vegas of the Roman Empire. Once a luxurious resort for the elite, Baia sank due to volcanic activity and now rests underwater. Divers exploring this submerged city have encountered well-preserved marble floors, statues, and mosaics, offering a glimpse into the opulence of ancient Roman life. The underwater ruins serve as a time capsule, preserving the grandeur of a bygone era. The ocean for decades. It was May 2nd, 1945. The war was ending. Germany was crumbling. But deep in the North Sea, one last submarine was still on patrol. The U-534, one of the long-range U-boats designed to stalk Allied convoys and tear the lifelines of Britain to shreds. But by 1945, the hunters had become the hunted. Allied ships didn't just defend themselves anymore. They hunted back, with radar, sonar, and depth charges that could turn steel into scrap in seconds. Still, the U-534 kept going. Whether out of duty, desperation, or denial, their crew pushed on into waters they knew they might never leave. And then the sky fell when the British aircraft spotted her. And just moments later, the sea was shaking. Bombs rained down, explosions roared through the water, and inside the sub, the men were scrambling for their lives. Keep in mind, these were just boys who were simply doing what their nation asked them to do. But as the U-534 slipped beneath the surface, The war above raged on without her. But the sea doesn't care how close you are. It takes what it takes. And unfortunately, it took down the biggest tour underwater by arguably the worst submarine in history. There's something poetic about a submarine built to visit a wreck becoming one itself. But the deeper you go into the Titan story, the stranger it gets. And not just because of the carbon fiber or the billionaires on board. What really sticks with me is this quiet, nagging thought that nobody seems to ask. Why did we ever think this was going to work? We're talking about a capsule, bolted shut from the outside, dropping into a part of the planet less explored than Mars, using materials that engineers had been side-eyeing for years. And I can't stop wondering, did Titan already know it was going to fail? What if that fatal flaw wasn't born on that last descent? What if it had been there for months, years? Here's where it really gets eerie. The Titan didn't just want to reach the Titanic. It wanted to offer tours repeatedly for profit. Human beings paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to roll the dice against physics itself. Almost like we forgot what happened to the ship it was visiting. Titan is now part of the very legend it was built to chase. But even Titan's nothing compared to the legendary U-864's demise. Somewhere in the freezing black waters off Norway, there's a metal coffin packed with secrets. That submarine was U-864, a German U-boat built for silence, speed, and smuggling, designed not just to fight, but to disappear. Some say it was carrying advanced weaponry. Others claim that it had just about enough mercury to build an entire generation of bombs. But whatever she carried, one thing's for certain. The U-864 was never meant to be found. It's early 1945. The war is almost over, and Germany is running out of cards to play. The U-864 is dispatched on a desperate mission to sneak her cargo across the world to Japan. Problem is, the British intelligence has been listening, watching, waiting. They know she's out there, and they send the HMS Venturer to stop her. Now, this isn't some Hollywood showdown on the surface. This is a duel in the dark. Two submarines, both submerged and deadly. But when the moment came, the Venturer didn't fire one torpedo. She fired four. Not at a target it could see, but at where it thought the U-864 would be in the future. And in an instant, U-864's mission ended with a sound no human ears would ever hear. Crushed under the weight of the sea, a steel body folding in on itself like paper. But here's the part I can't shake. Why was Germany willing to risk so much so late in the war? What was really inside U-864? And why, decades later, are there still debates about whether to raise her or leave her buried? Either way, things took a turn for the worse with submarine U-869, since the cause of her destruction was her own self. U-869 was one of Germany's biggest late-war gambles. A high-tech predator designed to hunt across the Atlantic. Sleek, fast, deadly. But by the time she set off on what would become her final patrol in early 1945, the tides had already turned. The Allies owned the skies, they owned the sea, and the once feared U-boats became steel coffins waiting for a reason. But U-869 pressed on. Some say she was headed to disrupt American shipping on the East Coast. Others claim she got lost, or her mission was changed mid-patrol. Either way, she ended up off the Jersey Shore in enemy waters, running silent. And here's where things get really interesting. Because U-869 wasn't in great shape. The diesel-electric engine was acting up. Finally, it received a new mission. Operation Regenbogen. It was the last bitter command from a dying regime. If you're going down, take yourself with you. Don't give the Allies the satisfaction of capturing an intact U-boat. Destroy it, sink it, scuttle the whole thing. So, what really happened that night? Some believe the crew followed their orders to the letter, planted charges, set the fuses. sent one last radio message into the void to confirm they were pulling the plug on their own story. Maybe they knew the engines weren't going to get them home. Maybe the ocean had already decided for them. But others aren't so sure, because evidence on the wreck tells a slightly different tale. Signs of damage that look less like a controlled scuttling and more like a fight. Maybe they were caught in the act. Maybe they tried to escape. Maybe the final moments were chaos instead of control. And just maybe, it took 2 wars to take down 2 of the most lethal submarines ever. Take UB-110 and U-843, 2 submarines, 2 different wars, 2 final dives that ended almost the same way, smashed apart by pressure and violence, left to rust in the dark. But the more you dig into their stories, the more you start to wonder, was it really the enemy that killed them? Or did the water just finish what time had already started? Let's start with UB-110. This was a World War I machine, fresh out of the shipyard with all the fancy upgrades of its era. A pressure hull designed to hold the weight of the ocean itself. Strong, advanced, ready for anything. Until it wasn't. In the final months of the war, UB-110 ran into trouble. Depth charges, artillery fire, chaos raining from above. The hull was supposed to take it. That was the whole point. But pressure is a patient killer. It doesn't need an opening. Once the first drop of water gets in, that's it. The rest is inevitable. But then there's U-843. By the time World War II rolled around, submarine design had leveled up. Engineers thought they'd worked out the kinks that doomed boats like UB-110. They built U-843 to be sleek and deadly, like a ghost slipping through the Atlantic. But ghosts don't dodge shockwaves. On patrol, somewhere in the cold dark, Allied depth charges found her. Again, it wasn't just the explosion. It was the pressure. The way the force rippled through the water, hunting for the soft spot. And the ocean took over from there. But what happens when a submarine trips on a mine under the sea? It's hard to imagine a worse way to go than drifting blind through a minefield. That was the reality for UB-29, a German submarine sent out in the summer of 1917 with one job: patrol enemy waters. Simple enough on paper, but in practice, it meant threading a metal coffin through invisible death traps, hoping the ocean didn't swallow you whole before the enemy even had the chance. Mines were the real sea monsters back then. You couldn't see them. You couldn't hear them. Just these silent floating killers anchored to the seafloor, waiting patiently for someone to make a mistake. And UB-29 ended up making the most tragic one. The sub slipped into a narrow corridor, surrounded on both sides by explosives carefully placed by Allied forces. They just made one wrong turn, and the sub exploded. Within minutes, the submarine was gone, dragging its crew to the bottom. And that should have been the end of it. But decades later, people found her. Archaeologists scanning the seafloor came across the wreck, nearly hidden beneath layers of silt. But when divers got close enough, they could see the story written in twisted metal. The ancient harbor of Caesarea. In Israel, divers exploring the ancient harbor of Caesarea have uncovered a treasure trove of artifacts, including bronze statues, coins, and a gold ring. These items date back to the Roman period and offer a glimpse into the bustling trade and cultural exchanges that took place in this significant port city. The discoveries highlight the rich history lying beneath the Mediterranean waves. Titanic's digital resurrection. A groundbreaking 3D scan of the Titanic shipwreck has provided unprecedented insights into the infamous liner's final moments. Conducted using underwater robots, over 700,000 images were combined to create a comprehensive digital twin of the ship, revealing details such as tiny punctures that led to its sinking and confirming accounts of the crew's heroic efforts during the disaster. Divers discover 130-year-old tugboat in Lake Michigan. Maritime historians Brendan Bailod and Robert Jake discovered the wreck of the John Evenson, a tugboat built in 1884 in Lake Michigan. The vessel sank during an ill-fated trip in June 1895 and was found 42 feet below the surface. 21st pirate ship loaded with treasure found between Morocco and Spain. Wreck divers discovered a heavily armed 18th century pirate ship in the waters between Morocco and Spain. The vessel, known as a Barbary Corsair, was equipped with cannons, guns, and muskets for its 20-person crew, and artifacts suggest it sank around 1760. Greek passenger ship Spercheios discovered after 80 years. The wreck of the Greek passenger ship Spercheios, which sank in 1945 while navigating a World War II minefield near the island of Hydra, was discovered nearly 80 years later. The vessel capsized due to overloading, with only 38 survivors out of 136 passengers. Discovery of the Ganilda in Lake Superior. The Ganilda, a steel-hulled steam yacht built in 1897, sank in Lake Superior in 1911. Resting at a depth of 270 feet, the wreck is remarkably well preserved, with even the gilding on the hull surviving. Jacques Cousteau's team explored the site in 1980, calling it the most beautiful shipwreck in the world. Thousands of shipwrecks in the Great Lakes. The Great Lakes are home to thousands of shipwrecks, with organizations like the Michigan Shipwreck Research Association dedicated to locating and documenting these submerged relics. Since 2001, MSRA has found 19 wrecks in Lake Michigan, including the John V. Moran, the most intact steamship at the bottom of the lake. Identification of the Schooner Trinidad in Lake Michigan. Maritime historians announced the discovery of the Schooner Trinidad, which sank in 1881, lying in 270 feet of water off the coast of Wisconsin, near Algoma. The 140-foot vessel is in pristine condition, prompting efforts to have it added to the National Register of Historic Places to ensure its preservation. Revelation of 2004, 100-year-old fruit-filled baskets in submerged Egyptian city. In the submerged ancient city of Thonis Heracleion off Egypt's coast, archaeologists uncovered 2,400-year-old baskets filled with doom fruit. These well-preserved artifacts provide a glimpse into the daily lives and dietary habits of the city's inhabitants before it was submerged by natural disasters.